Everyone knows Pixar films, don't they? I don't think there's too many on this list. I can go through them a little bit quicker. You didn't think it was going to get this personal into your childhood, did you? But here we are. Now, how many do I know? How many have I seen? I think I've seen all but... Ooh, all but 5? All but 4. Up is S tier. You're close. Okay, let's start. Up, A tier. End. Up is S tier. Up's A tier. Look, for 3/4 of the movie, Up is S tier. I think the ending lets it down. I think the ending's a bit boring. Shoot me. Actually, no, some of you are Americans. That actually might happen. Degrade. No, crikey. He has no taste. Cock's good. Toy Story 1. We're moving on from Up. Any more mention of Up and it's going down to beta. Toy Story 1. Now you've got to take into account Toy Story 1 was the pioneer. A. I think I can get on board with A. I think it's better than Up. Toy Story is fantastic. The whole trilogy is fantastic. Notice how I said trilogy. There isn't a 4th Toy Story movie. It is not needed. Moving on. We'll get to that. Monsters University. A movie which I thoroughly enjoyed. C! I thoroughly enjoyed Monsters University. I'm going to put it here. It was a good sequel, but it wasn't necessarily. Agreed. Why did they need to go to the uni? To get their degree for scaring. You don't just walk into a job these days in this economy. Sure, it wasn't needed, but at least it was good. For a sequel. No, it's just a good movie and just happened to be a sequel. Finding Dory. Chat. Finding Dory. Has anyone seen this? I have. If you haven't, you're not missing out. Now this is the example of a sequel that wasn't needed. B. Sorry, Pika, you've come in here. Oikawa S tier. And you're putting Monsters University and Finding Dory on the same level. Finding Dory is definitely a C or D tier. A manor culture. Here's my choice. You're not wrong. You can't. I'll have to cry about it. Castile's bang on though. It's like low C, high D. We'll put it C for now. It could move down. That's the only way it's going. Finding Nemo, on the other hand. No, is it? Helpers ratio, beta. See, I'm stuck between there and there. Low A, high B. What is it at the start? Is it like a barracuda at the start that kills like his mum or something? Terrified me as a child. Absolutely terrified me. I was only tiny. Very scary. Let's put it in B. We ain't got anything in B. High B. Cars 2. That is Cars 2, right? Yeah, because that's Finn McMissile. Michael Caine. My name's Michael. Master Wayne. My brother used to watch me. B for Cars 2. Cars 2 is hilarious, all for the meme reasons. I'm gonna hot take. Really hot. Ooh, just burnt my hand. It's that hot. Cars 2 is S tier. Cars 2. Why do people hate it? I understand there's lots of plot lines going on. And sure, the main villain might be a terrorist. But in a kid's movie. It went way off path. In a good way. I agree it went way off path. But in a fantastic way. It was so unhinged. But it was so unhinged really well. Inside Out. Kia, you just wait your turn. One tow truck got a girlfriend. Possibly. Admittedly, that's not one of the parts I remember. There's spies. There's terrorism. There's a fantastic anti-hero in Gianluigi Giuseppe, whatever the Italian F1 car was called. Would they go around the world? There's a breakup between Mater and Lightning McQueen and they get back. Fantastic. Incredibles. That's Incredibles 1, correct? Correct. S tier. Better than Cars 2. Incredibles 1. My favourite, joint with another Disney Pixar movie. Incredibles S tier. Understand, you see my hype? It's like, you're damn right. Yeah. Do you ever miss? I didn't see Incredibles. Incredibles is literally incredible. I don't think there's anything else to say. The first one is incredible. The first one. Ratatouille. Oh, here comes my next hot take. Here it comes. It's like, here it comes. And it's landed. That was meant to be a plane. Didn't sound much like a plane, did it? The hot take's landed. It's coming. What is the hype with Ratatouille? Sure, it's not a bad movie. But it's not a fantastic one. Is it? Let's calm ourselves down. It's not fantastic. Is it better than Finding Nemo? No. So it can't get past B tier. Is it better than Finding Dory? Absolutely. But it's not better than Finding Nemo. Goes B. Or was this in my childhood? Cinderella's Rats. The Good Dinosaur. Admittedly, I actually haven't seen. So I need to make a new list. Add row below. Oh, I've put D, haven't I? I needed to edit it. NA, not applicable. Good Dinosaur. Haven't seen it. Apologies, pretty much. Haven't seen it. Is it good? I feel as if I might have seen it on, like, Christmas. But, you know, Christmas, I'm, you know, a little bit tipsy and half asleep. So. Cars 1? Yeah, Cars 1. A tier. My brother, younger brother, he was obsessed with cars. As in the movies. Not as in like the motorized vehicles. The movies. And I got sick of it because he watched it so much. But looking back, watching it myself, thinking about it, it's a great movie, isn't it? It's a fantastic movie. It's an A tier movie. Better than Up. Is it better than Monsters University? It's a really hard one. I'd put them exactly the same. If I could do that, I would. They're the same. C for the third movie. Pika, that's the first good take you've had. Cars 3 is... Actually, no, admittedly, you said Incredibles was S tier, so I'll let you off. Cars 3, is it better than Finding Dory? I don't remember what happens in Cars 3. There's like a yellow car, girl car. Maybe she's like Colombian. There's Lewis Hamilton in it. It's a bit rubbish. Bug's Life. Moving on. Bug's Life. Bug's Life. Bug's Life. Now, I think I've only seen Bug's Life once. And it was a good few years ago. And by a good few years ago, I mean a good few years ago. B. I feel exactly the same. It's meh, isn't it? It's just meh. I'm going to put it high C. Not high C, middle of C. It's, you know, if I hadn't seen it, I'm not sprinting trying to find it to go watch it. So, yeah, it's yeah. That's what it is. Incredibles 2. A necessary trailer because the hype, the ending of Incredibles 1. S tier. You're not putting Incredibles 2 in S tier. That might be your worst take out of all of them. Incredibles 2 was such a letdown. Is it the one where they sued the superheroes? Yes. The villains are not as good as Incredibles 1. Half the movie is about Jack. And sure, we all wanted to see what Jack's powers were from Incredibles 1. But not for half the movie. So you think like I remember it at all? It's like there. I liked seeing it just for the characters. I saw it in the cinemas. But my next gripe with it, my next problem. The end of Incredibles 1 had the mole, didn't it? The mole with the drill, and it kind of came up and the mole came out the ground and went, "I'm taking over the city, the world," or whatever he said. The mole, that villain, was like 5 minutes of the movie, the first 5 minutes or something. I wanted that to be I wanted a big thing about it, and it was like 5 minutes. How 13 years? It definitely was more. Surely it was more than 13 years. Many years I waited for a sequel, wanting to see what that villain was. 5 minutes I got. 5 minutes. Human. Oh gosh, I've seen the next one. I've been dreading this one. Absolutely dreading it. Wall-E. Wall-E and Eva. People love this movie, don't they? People love Wall-E. Wally's A for me. Everybody loves Wally. Everyone I know, apart from, well, most young people I know love Wally. Back. Hello. Had a phone call. You didn't miss much. Where were you back? When did you leave? I'm trying to find out. He's uncultured. So that was what? Incredibles 1. So since then, Incredibles 2 has gone low B. Bug's Life is C. Cars 3 is low C. Bro says young like he's an 80-year-old grandma. The second Puss in Boots was pretty great. I agree. Huge agree. The second Puss in Boots was fantastic. I feel like I'm 80. God, tell you what. It catches up with you, doesn't it? Now, yeah, we're on Wally now. Just want to... Pika thinks it's an A tier. Look, I'm going to disappoint you all. I think. I feel. I understand the message. I understand what it's trying to convey. I get it. I completely understand what the movie's about. But it didn't deserve the hype that it got. No, it did not. And the hype that it suddenly is starting to get again. And for that reason, Wall-E is the most boring movie, second only to Gravity. Gravity is... I could rant about Gravity for an hour. I couldn't. I could sum it up in 10 seconds. Gravity's so bloody boring. So is Wall-E. You want to send me to sleep? Put this on. Moving on. Monsters, Inc. Oh, I need to sit up for this. This is a big one. It won an Oscar. Get out. S. An S for Monsters, Inc. A tier for Monsters, Inc. A. I'm going to even it out. I love Monsters, Inc. Big fan. Love it. Incredibles and Monsters, Inc. I couldn't choose between them. Yet again, if I could put them on top of each other, I would. Probably my two favourites. That's not to say there isn't any other S tiers. Just a little teaser there, just to whet your appetite. Next up, Inside Out. I say relatively new one. It was probably like 10 years ago. Probably now, close to 5, 6. When did Inside Out come out? Who's got access to the internet? I don't want to search in case something comes up. My guess is like 2016. 2015. Gosh, close. I didn't see it until possibly last Christmas when it was on TV, on like normal TV. So yeah, I hadn't seen it. I know I hadn't seen it when I went to Disney World, which was 4 years ago. So it was since then. Where am I putting it? That's the real question. High A, high B. I'm tempted to drop it one tier from what you've said. I think it's high B. No, not high B. I think it's just B. Low B. Sure. It was emotional. Yeah. Yeah, you're very... Yeah, you're right. It did. It did the right things, but it just didn't... I don't know if the characters weren't just lovable enough. memorable enough. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't connect like some of the others. But moments, it had good moments. Yeah, hard to explain, but I'm putting it there. But yeah, just it's hard to explain. Coco, haven't seen. From what I've heard, good. I think I've heard that it's good. I've never seen it. Apologies. It probably came out in like 2018. Just never got around to seeing it. Let's move the Toy Stories. Hang on, we're going to do the Toy Stories like this. And we're going to do this. 2017. It won 2 Oscars. Huh. Yeah, hang on. Whoa. What were the Oscars for? See, I couldn't do a Marvel tier list. I've only seen... The only Marvel films I've seen are the Guardians of the Galaxies. I haven't even seen like Endgame or Infinity War. I'm just not a superhero person. Most of the time. Best animated feature and best song. See, best song, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what it's called. Among the best. Oh, don't get me started on how good Volume 3 was. More of a DC fan. I like the Dark Knight trilogy, if that counts. I'm gonna go see The Flash when it comes out, which is in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, in the UK at least. I need to catch up on. I think it was last summer. I was planning on watching all the Marvel ones in order, but the first one's Iron Man. Isn't it? In like release order. I think I was going to do it. And I really could not care less about Iron Man. So it's really hard for me to like start. Brave. Oh, I know I've put these 5 together. I haven't seen any of these. Turning Red's meant to be really good, isn't it? Don't watch release order, watch chronological order. Brave Scottish, right? I tell you what, laddie. You need to go shoot that bow and arrow. Absolutely fantastic. What a movie Brave is. Absolutely brilliant. Brave is very Scottish. I've never even heard of Onward, so that can't have done well. Turning Red's high A. I've heard good things. I saw it got nominated maybe for Oscars. I don't know if it won any, but I think I'm fairly certain it got nominated, which is always a good sign. And we're left kind of. I'll never talk to you again. Whoops. Now, it just leaves us, for the end of the stream, with Toy Story movies, films. Now, Toy Story, for reference, let's get in the zone, let's lock in. Need to watch Lightyear still. Can I drop the ball? Toy Story 2. That's where they meet Jessie and Bullseye and they chase the plane at the end, isn't it? Lightyear's a 1 out of 10. I'll get to that. I don't think 2's as good as 1. I think 2 is... Oh, of course it's still good. Of course it's still great. Because it's Toy Story. Well, the first... 1, 3, 2. I think 2 is the worst out of the trilogy, which might give you an indication on what I think is going to be the best. B, is it better than Up? The neck vid, you mean Big Al? Big Al's Toy Barn? I'm putting it there. I don't mind that. It could be low A. But we'll put it there. Toy Story 3. I have never, I don't think. Yeah, there's some movies, some anime movies that might have done this. 3, you're so, you hit again, swinging a home run. The most perfect ending ever to any show, any movie, anything. This was the most perfect ending. They couldn't have done it better. I cried like a baby. I will still cry like a baby if I see it. If I think, I remember seeing it the first time. Like a monsoon. It was awful. But, God, it was good. And I quite like, not only just the ending, I quite just like the movie in general. Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4. Possibly the most unnecessary movie to ever exist. I haven't seen it yet. Everyone just save yourselves from it. In itself, if it was like, forget there was 3 Toy Story movies beforehand. If it was an independent movie, it would be low B. But why? Why did you make it? There should never been a 4th. 3 was fine. Keep with Lightyear, that's fine. It's got nothing to do with the trilogy. But get out. Livid that they made one. Lightyear, we'll get on to you. Peek it. 1 out of 10. Sure, it's not a masterpiece. But you didn't like Socks? Socks the Cat was fantastic. And it's not a great movie. But it's like a low B. It's fine. It's not on the same tier as Sorry It's There. Didn't like it. I thought it was fine. It was a good fine. It was like a 6 out of 10. I think that's bang on. I don't think you get better than that. Twitter will love this. Twitter will love these 2 tier lists. You're in at the movie for the cat? No. Just the cat was a good part. Yeah. Odd socks. Little white feet. But yeah. 2 fantastic tier lists there. And I think that draws us to a close.